Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another Brony Debates Live. I hope you're all doing well out there. And, I hope you had a wonderful, really fun, safe Halloween. Because it was Halloween yesterday. We're getting started at the beginning of the month here. And, yeah, we had some fun at Halloween. My lovely wife and I, Princess Petals, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty chill.
Nice. Yeah, uh, Go, Petals. How was our Halloween? Tell us about that a little bit. While I, mess around on Stream Elements a little bit here.
Well, I'd say ours is pretty tame, all things considered. Cause the actual Halloween day, I sent Brony out early to get all the errands I usually run at the end of the day done so we could just go straight home. But we didn't go straight home. I was dressed as a cowgirl, literally a cow, and I'm a woman, so I said it was a cowgirl. We went to Krispy Kreme, got free donut, then we got more donuts, which I realize are in the kitchen and I want them. I love
Uh,
Krispy Kreme donuts. We went to Culver's, got some burgers, watched Scream. We made an awesome Pinkie Pie pumpkin, which I'll have to upload the pictures of that soon. And we waited for trick or treaters. There were no trick or treaters, so Bronny ate all the Kit Kats because that's what he does. And we did an awesome Halloween stream with our friend the Burning Donut. We played Dead by Daylight. The real Halloween event I was looking forward to happened like the day before because I like to do a sip and stroll event at the mall every Halloween, or at least Halloween season. They have like an adult trick or treat, but it's like, shots of wine and stuff. And I
hmm,
dressed up as like a Timu Elvira for that. So that was cool. So I'd say we had a pretty decent Halloween.
yeah. I tuned out just a little bit there. Did you talk about watching Scream?
Oh yeah, we watched Scream while we were painting our Pinkie Pie pumpkin. So yeah, I really liked Scream. That was the first time I watched like the original Scream all in one sitting. So it was great. It was a lot funnier. Like funny, but like then it'd remind you, hey, this is a horror movie or this is a slasher fic, and you're like, or a slasher film, and you're just like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm over here. I didn't get it. I haven't figured out the whole uh stream elements thing here, and there's a couple of things that I wanted to change for this month, so that because like we do got a fundraise this month, but we are fundraising for, I don't know, it might be a noble cause, it might be kind of selfish. So let me just give everybody a lore update real quick here. Is back in June, I got fired from my regular job basically for refusing to work off the clock. And so, I've been applying for unemployment benefits, but I haven't been able to get them because they denied it, because they said they fired me because of misconduct. And they're saying the misconduct that they fired me for is what is it? It's a violation of company policy, right? Well, the company policy was requiring me to work off the clock. That's not legal. You can't have an illegal company policy. So no, so anyway, I got to go to a freaking hearing about that, and I had to hire a lawyer for it, and the lawyer, was about $600. So I'm trying to change the goal to see if anybody would be willing to help me with that a little bit. Also, I want to clear. It's a new month. I want to clear out this bowl on the top of my head, and I keep forgetting every single godforsaken month how to clear the bowl on my head. Hitting the refresh
Isn't it
button.
just the refresh button? It's
It's
not
the
the refresh
res.
button.
No, it's not the refresh button. It's the it's supposed to be the reset,
Hmm.
but it's the reset didn't do it. Reload cup maybe. And then is that gonna? Let's see here. Okay, that might have it might have been that button. The reload cup button or the clear cup button, one of the two. Let's try saving that. Yeah, that worked. And now where do I put in for the goal there? Well, you know what? So, Petals. Oh no, the thing. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. It's just
What
going
are you
everywhere.
doing?
That's why. That's why we gotta refresh it. That's why we gotta clear it. Let's try clearing it. Clear the cup and save it. It's doing different things on Stream Elements that it's doing on the stream there.
Why are there
So,
two of you?
basically,
That's actually. Oh, you're carrying them in your butthole. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the stream and it's delayed, but like, yeah, look at that. You carried your tips in your butt. I think people would be more willing to tip to throw things in your butt.
yeah. So Petals, while I, play with this for just another minute, why don't you tell us, or read the stream for us, get us caught up on who's here so we can say hi to everybody and what they're saying.
Well, let me refresh here because I actually can't see the chat. Okay, refreshing fixed it. Let's see. Trent says hello. Ghislaine says hello. Media Cannibal says hello. Trent says I may be switching between yours and John's stream, Ronnie. Media Cannibal says, whoops, let me switch accounts. Gojillian says, what madness awaits us all for MLP Reddit? Well, I gotta tell you, like, I see a thing that Brony brought up, and it's gonna start pretty hard.
So Trent, here's the thing. Pick one, right? It actually doesn't matter which, because in either situation, the stream will be available to watch later. So you can hang out with us, or you can hang out there, and then you can catch up on what happened later on. So, but yeah, if you switch back and forth, you're not going to fully enjoy either show. All right. Well, anyway, I can't figure out this thing. I'm not smart enough technologically, but we've reset the goal for the month. And so yeah, I don't have a label for it right now. We'll get a label for it later. We got that reset, and now we're gonna, so let's get into the Reddit here. And oh, I gotta get that browser window going. Where is it? Here it is. Alrighty then. There we go. Okay. God, I love having a Stream Deck. Like, I am very surprised at how easy Stream Decks make it. So starting off here, we got the Zombie Virus Pinkie Pie cosplay for Halloween. And I thought this was really neat. And Petals is a big fan of cosplay, so I thought you might like this.
Yeah. Like, I can get into that.
Yep. That was a great episode. A lot of people didn't like that episode when it came out, but it was a great episode.
It's really cool. I like I'm loving the freaking painting, like the really like honed in on those colors. You could tell she was using it as a reference and looking back to back.
Yeah. And how about the costume in general, though? Oh, but I can tell she like photoshopped the rainbow onto that cupcake. Wait a second. Did she Photoshop? I think she photoshopped the rainbow onto her face too. Hang on.
Well, we're gonna have to see.
Oh, are you kidding me? Zooming in doesn't actually.
You have to download the picture. You'd have to download the picture.
Oh, that's a pain in the neck. But like,
she could. I think she probably would have painted it onto herself via Photoshop. But I could still be like appreciative
that's definitely
of that. That
paint.
Looks like fluorescent paint.
That's definitely paint. She might have photoshopped her eyes though. I mean, whiteout contacts that glow do exist.
She does seem to use this aesthetic. She just seems to use this popular cosplay aesthetic that I'm not a big fan of, and I don't really understand, where you put like a million accessories on, like a whole bunch of hair clips and a whole bunch of necklaces, and then you have a whole bunch of loops and chains just all over the place. Like, it feels like a lot, and I'm more of a simplistic kind of cosplay. Like, because look at all those hair. Like, I could understand a few hair clips because like wigs are itchy and heavy, and you want to keep hair out of your face. But like, there are some on there, she just put because she's like, oh, I want another hair clip. I want another hair clip. I want another hair clip. Overall, I'd say this is a great cosplay. This is just a personal preference on my regard. I just don't understand the putting a million hair clips on your head aesthetic. I don't know what it's called. I don't know why people do it. I don't understand the appeal.
She might have photoshopped her skin pinker as well.
She probably put like a filter on, just like a filter or something, which isn't a big deal in my eyes.
Also, is she wearing a labubu on her freaking hip? Hang on.
That's not a labubu. That is not a labubu.
Oh, it's a Cabbage Patch Kid or something.
That is not what either of those things are. Can you like wait until you know what the fuck a thing is?
No. It's funnier this way. It's funnier if I don't know what it is and just make incorrect assumptions.
You're such an old man.
I am an old man. I'm old as frick. Why am I still alive? Let's see here. What is DJ saying? Petals just trying to get Brony to make it OF for more money and OnlyFans? What the frick?
Well, that is what OF is, so flip that OC over, Brony. Let them put the tips in your butt.
Some kind of stripper. He was also saying that they got
you want to make those attorney fees or not?
I guess so. I get it. Man, that's a rough position there. He says he's a bald old man. Petals, let's be correct here.
I mean, I didn't see how that fact is relevant.
Yeah. Also, he was saying that his place got a lot of trick-or-treaters, which is cool. I kind of wish we got trick-or-treaters, But anyway, I'm trying to figure out if this is photoshopped or not. Oh, well, I suppose it doesn't matter. Cool costume. Now, listen, gentlemen, right?
At least it's not AI.
Yeah. If you meet a girl and she's got all this type of thing going on, she's got a million, Hello Kitty characters on her and dresses like this and Hello Kitty blankets and a background full of stuffed animals, just run the other way. You don't want that girl. That girl's going to do horrible, horrible things to you.
She is me and she will marry you and make you a house husband.
You are a very rare exception, Petals. Let's move on. So, the fault is only of Shining Armor, Princess Celestia, and Twilight's friends. If they had taken her accusations and concerns more seriously, all the chaos could have been prevented. I have my thoughts on this. By the way, DJ, if at any point you want to hop in, you're free to join. I see you out in the chat there. Gentlemen, what a terrible accusation. Let's see here. So I have my thoughts on this, but I want to hear what you guys think. By the way, everybody, don't forget that we do have a call-in server. You can join. It's free on Discord, and you can if you got something interesting to say, you want to put in your 2 cents, you can tell us you want to join, and as long as you got a good connection, a good microphone, I'll give you permission to come on the show and talk about what you want to talk about. But Petals, what do you think about this highlighted text here?
I actually think they're wrong. Like, yes, maybe they should have noticed there was something going on with Cadence and not have, assumed everything was pre-wedding jitters or just having a Bridezilla moment. But the way Twilight confronted the issue was completely counterintuitive. She came out too emotional, too angry. She wasn't sticking enough to the facts. And she just freaking was like, she's evil. Like, that shouldn't be your first assumption. I think everyone was too, maybe everyone has equal fault here because everyone was too presumptuous. Everyone either assumed Cadence was fine and having a Bridezilla moment, or you had Twilight who assumed she's an evil fucking monster and shit, and which she did turn out to be. But what she should have done, what I would have thought Twilight would have done in any other situation where she wasn't so emotionally charged was, go to Celestia privately and be like, hey, there's something something wrong here, and I don't feel like, you know, like, I don't feel comfortable in the situation. There's something going on. I don't like Cadence's behavior. She's changed a lot from when I knew her. And maybe Celestia would brush her off, but we've shown that Celestia is a very thoughtful teacher, so maybe she would take it more seriously. And maybe if that didn't work, she could have gone to Luna. Like, the way she, like, made it a big fucking scene was inappropriate. It just was counterintuitive to everything. So Twilight went about this in all the wrong way, but everyone else, like, I'm not going to say Twilight's friends are at fault because they don't fucking know Cadence, and for all they know, this is just what she's like. But definitely Shining Armor and Celestia, who know Cadence. Well, I mean, I'm not even going to give Shining Armor a hard time. He's being under Chrysalis's spell at this moment. So any doubts he might have had about her, I'm sure Chrysalis can just make go away. So I think Celestia should have noticed more. So I guess maybe it's all Celestia's fault. You know what? That's what it is. All Celestia's fault. Should have taught Twilight how to manage her emotions properly. Should have noticed there was something wrong with Princess Cadence.
By the way, welcome, DJ. How you doing tonight, man?
Doing all right. I'm just playing some Pokemon while doing this.
Pokemon. Pokemon's not allowed in this dojo. We play Pal World here.
You can play both.
Oh yeah, I gotta look at Switch too, because I hit my my stream money goal, so I gotta get a Switch 2 now.
I
ZA
say
is really good. I have fun.
I say we should spend that money on lawyers. I think that'd be better.
It sounds very, very bad out of context.
It's
like,
nobody can know about how we're gonna spend the fundraising money on lawyers.
And I'm like, that's not cool. The people who tip money did it with that specific intention of, like, Heather get a Switch too.
Yeah, God, there was a streamer or a YouTuber or somebody last year that got in big trouble for that kind of thing. Oh, who was it?
Like,
it was the completionist. That's
spending
who it
money?
was.
Spending money on stuff that they weren't supposed to spend money for or something?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, that was a charity scam.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
The whole completionist drama, that's renewed.
Oh, it's renewed? Interesting.
Yeah, he put out a response like earlier this month, and now the accusers have put out their response videos, so we'll see where that goes.
Interesting.
Oh, man.
So, DJ, what do you think about the topic at hand here? Do you think that it's everybody else's except Twilight's fault, or do you agree with Petals?
It's also Celestia's fault.
I would say it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Really?
Everyone's at fault here. Everyone.
Y'all fucked up. Every single one of you. Shining Armor, you didn't protect your fiance. She got kidnapped. Celestia, you didn't notice anything was happening. Twilight, handle your emotions better. Everybody fucked up. Everybody did a horrible job.
Well, I suppose everyone except Shining Armor. He's only being mind controlled. He gets an exception.
Yeah, he get mind fucked one time. You know, that's at least one pass.
Look at that poor man standing right off there. He thinks he's marrying the love of his life, and he's just
he's just gone. He doesn't even know Shining Armor doesn't even know he's alive right now.
He looks like my cat.
Yeah, Zeus just kind of
freaking Zeus's face.
Zeus just kind of stares like that at everyone all the time. So, Petals kind of took a few of my points, but yeah, what I was gonna say is that, like, Twilight was right, but only in a technical sense. Like, yeah, she was evil, but that was because she wasn't Cadence, and yeah, I think Petals is right. She should have been like, hey, something is different, she wasn't always like this. And yeah, then her friends writing her off was her fault, but then, like, it wasn't Twilight going, something isn't right here, I need to investigate. It was Twilight going, you know, what are you doing being mean to my brother? And Applejack called her out in a way that I never expected, like I never expected My Little Pony to address the brother complex, but goes, you're being possessive of your brother, like holy frick, and just kind of makes it all about that, and that she, instead of doing exactly what Petals said that Twilight should have done, like, hey, why going to Cadence, or not Cadence, going to Celestia, and saying, hey, you know, you knew Cadence as well, and she's acting way out of character. What do we do? And especially when there was, like, they knew that there was some kind of threat and that an invasion was coming. And nobody thought to look out for that. So if Twilight had gone about it better, people would have been more likely to listen to her, I think, is the ultimate moral of the story here. Twilight's accusations came off as crazy. Let's see here. Let's see what the comments say. In Shining, it's more justified. The brainwashing prevented him from thinking clearly. Yeah, we can do that. We don't blame victims in this dojo. I do not.
Finally, Shining is getting recognition.
I do not blaming Shining. BC, he was being brainwashed. Okay. Everyone else, however, once the accomplished magic user who was the element of magic says, I saw this person put a brainwashing spell on my brother, you at least could look into it instead of going, oh yeah, you totally mistook it. Well, that was Shining Armor coming up and saying, no, she did. Like, Twilight would have almost had people on her side until Shining Armor comes up and says, no, she's healing my migraines. That's what you saw.
You think at that point, though, Celestia would be like, when did she come up with that spell?
Shoot, I don't know.
Because for one thing, Cadence is not naturally good at magic.
Yeah, we didn't know that at the time, though. Like, that didn't come out until way the heck later. So I don't think at the time they would have been able to call that. Now, if they had the foresight of that, if they had done, you know, what good writers do and work out the whole backstory and origin of everything before they stick it in there, that would have been some really good foreshadowing. But they didn't, and they would have never been able to sell an alicorn that's bad at magic at the time, because the whole point of being an alicorn is being super high powerful at magic and being able to do things like move celestial bodies or cast love spells on people. So I could see that being within Cadence's purview. Let's see, do we have anything else, or should we move on? Let's move on. Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Now this is one left over from a couple of weeks ago that Petals had put to me, and we tackled some other topics before we got to this one. But the question is, what character from another franchise do you think Twilight Sparkle would hit it off with? By that I mean she would quickly get along with them, become friends with them from any other show, video game, movie, etc. I have my own ideas, but I'll admit I'm not very well versed in other medias as the next person, so I want to open up the conversation. Pictures from the season 8 premiere. So, when I saw this question, my first gut instinct was Velma Dinkley. Hey, Petals, I've been on a little bit of a Scooby-Doo thing the last couple of days here. What's up with that?
The outside world is influencing you, because we've been seeing like a million Scooby-Doo cosplays, Scooby-Doo costumes for Halloween, just Scooby-Doo coming up everywhere.
There was so much Scooby-Doo walking around, and I had this random thought like, hey, Scooby-Doo and Equestria Girls would have made a really good crossover. And then we were talking in the car like, oh, you know what else should have been a really good crossover is Scooby-Doo and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then I see this question, and the first name in my head is Velma.
I'm pretty sure they have crossed over with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles since they're owned by Warner Brothers.
When I Googled it...
We tried to find it!
Yeah, when I Googled it, it said there were no. In fact, I'm going to do it again. Scooby-Doo and I almost wrote Equestria Girls again, but
That'd have to be very weird considering the TMNT really literally just crossed over with Naruto.
What?
that makes sense
an
though.
official
And
comic, I
crossing
have it.
over, and that makes sense to a degree. And so did the Batman crossover. But look, here's what Scooby-Doo and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have not had an official canonical crossover in either franchise.
Well, that's the AI overview, honey. Like, scroll down a little.
We got some
There'd at least
fan
be a
art.
comic.
We
They've
got
had
some
so many
Photoshop.
crossover comics.
Wait, are you sure a pup named Scooby-Doo wasn't legit?
Yeah, that's not legit.
Ah, shit.
They weren't on at the same time.
Yeah. So this, yeah, it would have been a good crossover, but anyway, what do you guys think of Twilight and Velma? That would either be because like she kind of was friends with Velma at one point. We just called her Moon Dancer instead. At least, in my interpretation of these two characters. So they would either get along really, really good, or they would get in on each other's nerves trying to out book nerd the other. What do you guys think?
I think Sci-Twi would get along well with her.
Sci-Twi is Velma Dinkley.
Well, she's not as snarky as Velma, at least the modern Velma.
Sci-Twi, and I always called her Crystal Prep Twilight, but anyway, Sci-Twi is not as deductive as Velma is. Like, Velma is legitimately a really good detective in almost every iteration of the character. Sci-Twi is just really, like Twilight, is just really good at processing and parsing and memorizing information. So she can know a million things about a variety of topics. But Velma's the really like detail-oriented one. And the one that's gonna make abstract connections, in my opinion. So I wouldn't call them the same character.
If we take the Mystery Incorporated Velma, it's kind of hard to say considering how sassy and pessimistic that Velma is.
Yeah, that was almost annoying.
She seemed very angry. I don't think she figured herself out yet. But you know what? That's very true to a teenage mindset. Like, I remember being like a nerdy chick like Velma, and I was really pissed off about everything.
Well, imagine 2 episodes in, and your boyfriend is waffling on whether or not he can be in a relationship with you because apparently you've got to compete with his talking dog.
Yeah, like I would be pissed off. It's a lot to be
Eventually
pissed off
dumps you for the dog.
And that's what pissed me off about Velma. I don't even know why that was a question. I don't know why Scooby was like, you can't be dating Velma, and Velma was like, you got to choose me or the dog. Am I misremembering something? I feel like I'm missing something here.
It was a weird thing.
Yeah. Like that was weird. And then Shaggy spent 1.5 additional seasons trying to get back with her.
Ugh. Like, I feel like we didn't need to do that. Like, do we have to have all the characters be romantically involved?
No, we don't. Let's see here. To put a cap on it, do we think Velma and Twilight is a good friendship?
I think it would have been interesting.
Cool. Yeah, I thought it would be interesting.
So, DJ, who do you think?
I'm not sure who else though.
Who do you think Petals? DJ, who do you think Twilight would be friends with outside?
I'm not sure they would get along, but I would love to see Twilight going up against Dexter from Dexter's Lab.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I really don't think they would get along at all, but I think it would be a very fun interaction. Otherwise, probably Phineas and Ferb.
That'd be cute. It'd be cute.
I could picture Twilight and Dexter, and she finds his secret lab, right, and ends up being like Dee Dee, but totally unintentionally. Like Dee Dee's out there to be an agent of destruction, but Twilight is genuinely curiously asking, "What does this button do?" And then pressing
What does this one
it.
do?
Yeah, without understanding anything. And like Dexter can sit there and explain it to her and she'll understand it and she'll get it. And you know, she'll respond, but like when he yells at her, when he yells at her, Twilight is actually going to understand, like, oh, I messed up, and learn from it and not just do it again. You know, where Dee Dee did not have that mental capacity.
Twilight be always doing like the nervous deal. Oops.
I feel like Dee Dee was just doing it on purpose, though, because she was like, you know, like one of those shitty sisters that just did it anyway because she thought it would be funny to piss off her brother. Like, she knew what she was doing.
I vaguely remember they had a whole, like, opera episode that was just done completely in song. Like, that
Yeah, I love that one.
That picked up, like, from Dexter being born, and literally the first thing he does is make a helicopter, and then Dee Dee just comes in and breaks it. And I have the frickin' tune stuck in my head. Hello, dear brother, what have you got there? Nothing, you only see air. Don't be silly, I love you very much. Frickin' breaks it. I see she'll ruin everything she sees. Yeah, I see she'll ruin everything she sees in front of her. I'll have to move my studies so they'll be much safer. And then she just continues to frickin' do it for the rest of the episode. I can't believe I remember that. Where the frick did that even, like, I do not remember watching that.
It just goes to show they wrote a particularly memorable episode.
Like, I have no memory of watching this episode, but it's very clearly, like, we just pulled that out of my subconscious. What the frick? Let's see here. Harriman saying Dee Dee was doing it deliberately, but it was done as a random thing to do, not solely out of enjoyment. So she's a bunch of asterisks, but only moderately malicious. Okay. And what about you, Petals? Who do you think Twilight would be friends with outside of Friendship is Magic?
Finally, I've been waiting like 2 weeks for this. So I have a few. They're all anime, so shut up. I think I would love to have her meet Mao Mao from the Apothecary Diaries, because like Mao Mao is like one of those geniuses that's only smart in the things that interest them because they don't give a shit about other things. But when it comes to that, I think Twilight Sparkle would be very fascinated with everything Mao Mao would have to say about poisons, probably even like taking notes like, oh, so what does this poison do? And then they go up to a flower and like Twilight's like, oh, are you familiar with what this herb will do? And Mao Mao's like, not yet. And then would eat it right in front of her. And Twilight Sparkle's like, no.
Oh, God. Could you imagine? Yeah, I was about to say, could you imagine Mao Mao on Poison Joke?
God,
oh, no, she would
Mao
turn
Mao.
into Pinkie Pie.
Jesus. But yeah, freaking, I would love to see Mao Mao and Twilight Sparkle exchange ideas and Twilight Sparkle freak out about like Mao Mao's approach to everything. And also, I feel like Mao Mao is very similar to like Moon Dancer in like the social aspects, isn't really interested in that, but could be weaned onto friendship. I will say another one would be Maka Albarn from Soul Eater, because she's also a very studious person. So it'd be like, it wouldn't be as eventful, but it would also be a great exchange of ideas if you're familiar with that character.
I'm not at all.
Let me see. There was she's
real
the main character.
Real quick, I want to go back to Mao Mao here. Mao Mao would 100% purposefully infect herself with that spore that turns you into a tree.
And she'd be like, if I die, I die.
Yeah, she's like, okay, I want this thing to turn me into a tree. And then she would have found a cure for it faster than Meadowbrook did. And then, or, you know, they had to go over it. Like, she would have found that without the help of Meadowbrook's descendant or relative or whatever. And she would, I would totally imagine Mau Mau being more friendly with Zecora. Because that's Zecora's whole shtick, too.
Oh, yeah, that'd be such a vibe. You know what? Mau Mau just needs to go to Equestria. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah. So, who else you got there, Petals?
So, let's see. I had Mau Mau. I had Maka Albarn. Gosh, I think I have to go to my Crunchyroll because I'm certain I had another one in mind. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec, guys. Wait a minute. I could just look at it on my phone. Crunchyroll.
While you're doing that, we got to say.
Oh, you know what?
What's up?
With Midoriya, because Midoriya is also a freaking nerd. You know what? Every anime nerd needs to meet Twilight Sparkle.
I have seen ship fix of Midoriya and from My Hero Academia, right? Deku. I've seen ship fix of him and Twilight that play on that exact same thing. Is that they just nerd out over things together.
I thought
one last one. I think we'd all enjoy Fearin.
I haven't seen the anime much. I've only seen the first 5 episodes.
They're too similar as characters. Like Fearin for the entire show is just episode 1 Twilight, where she knows everything, but doesn't care to try to connect with other people.
I think it'd be cool because they'd have so much to exchange regarding magic. Like, this would probably be like Twilight Sparkle. I think it'd be more beneficial for Fearin than it would be for Twilight, because Fearin would be like, oh, you're a magical equine being whose whole purpose is magic and all this other stuff. I need to ask you literally every question. I'm going to spend 100 years learning from you.
Oh, now that she's an alicorn, she totally could. But you know something else is that Twilight would come back. Oh, the strongest magic is the magic that you get in friendship. And Farron's gonna be like, oh, you mean I have to actually learn how to connect with people? And then she's gonna go on a half an episode long diatribe about Himmel.
Yeah, freaking Twilight Sparkle's gonna be there.
I was like, gee, thanks for the trauma.
Yeah, Twilight Sparkle's probably gonna have to get Cadence in on this shit.
Let's see.
Yeah, you know what? I don't regret any of my choices. I think all of my choices would be fun to see.
Of your choices, I think I like Fearin the best. I think that was the best of them, yeah. Gojillion saying, which character from another franchise would Twilight hit it off with? Not Mordecai. And I agree. I still don't get where, of all the stupid things to take off, some DeviantArt colored pencil drawing by a 9-year-old with the airplane lyrics turned into such a freaking meme. And like, it was a meme for a split second, and I do mean like a split second. Like, that picture went around in like 2014 or something like that for a couple of days, and everybody was like, that looks weird. And then I think it was like 2022 Everfree Northwest or something like that, where it just blew up out of nowhere again and became a persistent meme. It did the same freaking thing that Shrek did, where Shrek was almost dead as a meme, and then somebody came out with Shrek is love, Shrek is life, and it hasn't gone away since. Let's see here. Let's see. Not Mordecai. And yeah, even so, taking that stupid ship meme out of the equation, those characters would freaking hate each other. Like, Mordecai would show up on it, whatever nonsense he's on, and Twilight would just go, oh, not this again.
Yeah, he's an artsy fartsy fuck, yeah.
Yeah. Mordecai would be friends with Zephyr Breeze, though.
Ugh.
That's just Rigby.
I was just about to say that myself. Like, it's very
early to mid-season Rigby, I will say. Later season Rigby is actually quite an amazing guy.
Really?
Yeah, he had a thing called character development. You ever heard of it, Mordecai?
Basically, he fell in love and wanted to better himself, so he'd be worthy of that love.
Didn't Rigby try to do the same thing for some for some red like a cardinal chick?
Mordecai.
Yeah, Mordecai kept chasing this cardinal chick that wasn't into him for
that never turned out right. That never ended well.
Let's see.
Mordecai's love stuff never actually was fulfilled on scene. It was fulfilled in the series finale with a character that had not ever shown up beforehand. So
interesting. Sorry. Goji Lion also says, I think Twilight would become buddies with Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. So we're just friendshipping Twilight with herself a bunch of times.
I don't think those are exact one-to-ones. I think Hermione was a little bit of more of a know-it-all than Twilight. And then freaking Belle, like, I don't know how knowledgeable she is, but she just likes to read, and like liking to read stories doesn't always translate to other aspects. Like, she's definitely smart, but I don't know. I feel like it's different. She's more of a literary person.
I can't really get a read on Belle. She seemed kind of flat as a character sometimes. Let me ask you this question.
We only had so much time for this.
Yeah, I just thought of a question. I'm genuinely curious, Petals, your opinion. Is Hermione Granger actually a snarky know-it-all? Or does she just get tired of having to deal with Ron and Harry all the time?
You know, sometimes, yes. The first movie, she definitely had that going on. And I think it was like a defense mechanism because she didn't know exactly how to approach other people other than through the academic. And in that sense, she always just knew everything. But, you know, I think having friends softened her. And she did kind of have to, like, she fell into sadly, the female trope of I have to be the voice of reason and the one that actually knows what the fuck they're doing. Because especially, honey, as we get into the later movies, it's basically Hermione does fucking everything.
Which, to be fair, that's movie exclusive.
Yeah.
Hermione's not that, like isn't that over impressive in the actual books.
I can't remember correctly, but yeah, in the movies, like, which is what everyone's gonna remember, is she came up with the Polyjuice Potion plan. She's the one that like had the book that showed us what the Sorcerer's Stone was. She's the one that had like some escape plans that I won't spoil for Brony, but like, yeah, she's the one that knew how to do everything and how to just was the quick thinker. She has to do everything basically. She was the chosen one, not Harry.
I wonder if that was just Rowling's feminism coming out during the production of the movie.
I think it was actually
feminism,
the directors.
It's a burden. Like, no, like, yes, women are smart and capable, but God, do we not want to do everything?
Let's see here.
And stop pairing us up with the ugly best friend.
Yeah. Let me see. Well, Petals, you can't frickin' talk about that. You married the ugly best friend.
Whose best friend were you? You were the main character of your own fucking story.
Let's see here. Donatello from the Ninja Turtles, Goliath and Lexington from Gargoyles, Fina from Skies of Arcadia. Any opinions on any of those?
Well, some
I don't know any of them.
Shows I didn't watch.
Yeah, I don't remember Gargoyle. I know Gargoyles was really good. I'm not seeing the Gargoyles friendship off the top of my head, and I never saw Skies of Arcadia, so I don't know anything about that.
Gotta get a lot of good mileage out of this post.
Yeah. Ruby Shine saying Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is obnoxious, though. Like, just I haven't watched it either, but I've like seen clips and I've seen like screen caps from the manga.
That would actually be really epic. I love
Dr.
Stone.
DJ? Really? Okay, tell us about Dr. Stone, DJ.
Like full story wise, or just the character?
No. Just the character. And do you think it would work as a friendship with Twilight?
Okay, so Senku is good-hearted, but he's also kind of a dick.
So he
really likes to. He loves to just jump into science projects and doesn't care if it's impossible. He's going to figure out some way to do it. Kind of the whole thing. But so he would probably freak Twilight out, but would love to compare notes with her and come up with science because he loves working with other intellectuals. But he also loves to teach as well. Even if he'll call you big and stupid, it's coming out of love.
Interesting.
His best friend is literally just muscles. He doesn't care that he's completely stupid. The friend doesn't care that he's completely stupid. If Senko needs work done, he's like, "Hey, I'll do it. I'll go dive down 500 feet under the ocean just on my own breath without a scuba tank and go rescue statues. Count on me."
Cool.
Senko doesn't even have to ask. He just volunteers.
Nice. Let's see what some of these comments say real quick. Alphys from Undertale. What do we think about that?
Aw.
Oh no, Undertale.
See, Alphys is like a freaking weeb. A freaking weeb dinosaur girl. But she also loves science, so, there's something to that.
If
She'd
it's
probably
a
be
weeb,
very fascinated with Twilight.
if she's a weeb, she probably would get along with Fluttershy more so. And I think I know what character you're talking about, and that's essentially just Fluttershy.
Fluttershy, but a big dorky dinosaur.
Dipper Pines. I've seen people I've seen people post ship fics of this one too.
Why does it got to be the
I
ship
don't like
fix?
it.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Isn't Mordecai racist against unicorns? What the frick?
Okay, to be fair, the entire
experience.
series is racist against unicorns in that one because unicorns are frat bros.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he had a bad experience. Come on.
They had to murder them.
Okay. I'm so glad I never watched that show. Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time.
No,
Princess Bubblegum committed war crimes.
No. Princess Bubblegum is like the ultimate dictator. Well,
Starlight Glimmer committed war crimes too, but we were still friends with her.
She was sorry about it. Bubblegum was not. Bubblegum excused it.
I wish we weren't.
Oh, geez. That was a delicious frag grenade I just threw into the chat.
Bubblegum infiltrated an enemy, not actually an allied state, to sabotage their self-defense mechanisms, and also created a crisis where almost the entire population died. And no, she was not sorry about doing it. She was sorry she got caught.
Oh yeah, and didn't I feel like I've seen clips of her, jerking around Finn the whole time, and then
that was Finn mostly the early seasons. They dropped that by season 5.
Okay, and yeah, I remember seeing a clip of like Finn calling her on it. Tales from Sonic.
That was catharsis.
Yeah, sure.
Charlie Morningstar.
Yeah. No, that's maybe Baxter from Hazbin Hotel. But Charlie Morningstar is a little too high energy. She'd probably be like, "Oh, friendship, you can help me with redemption," and maybe she'd be down with it. But like Charlie has like Pinkie Pie levels when she's strung real tight.
Let's see here. Luz Nokeda from Owl House.
Oh, Luz?
I don't know that one.
Neither do I.
No, she's too Pinkie Pie. She's very hyper excited and overly focused on books.
Well, Twilight's friends with Pinkie Pie, so what's stopping us from being friends with somebody who's like Pinkie Pie?
I don't think Luz and her would get along.
Optimus Prime.
Luz doesn't really have a whole lot for them. She is friends with Optimus Prime. That's canon.
Oh, yeah, the comic book.
Queen Elsa. No. Donatello from specifically Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think, because we've seen Rise. I feel like Twilight would find that version of Donatello to be really abrasive and unpleasant to be around.
The ones from the Batman crossover movie, I think she'd get along with pretty well.
Yes, but we're talking about Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles specifically. Petals, you also watched that one. What do you think?
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja. Sure.
You can see it being a friendship.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, he's trying to be more and I think he'd be interested in the intellectual part of her. He's not really interested in magic, though. He's not a magic kind of guy.
And I don't know any of this other stuff. Let's move on. Guys, what do you think of my Twilight costume?
First.
It took me 67 days to do that. We gotta watch it again.
Worth it!
The headspin was definitely necessary.
You gotta put this in the cosplay contest. If it doesn't win something, I will riot.
He's got to show up to Mayor Fair. But we're on Reddit. They probably don't even know about Mayor Fair. You literally cannot talk about Mayor Fair on Reddit. They ban you for it. They ban you for even mentioning Mayor Fair on Reddit. So I've heard.
Huskers might have got a touchdown.
Say what?
Fireworks are going off. Huskers must have got a touchdown. The game's going.
Oh man, he's talking about football, honey. We don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
College football. Hey, we don't got much up here in Nebraska. We got to celebrate something.
Celebrate your freaking corn. I've seen worse costumes, but that's up there. Ice Cold Frozen Pony. Hello, how's it going? It's going all right. We're having fun. I've never seen your name before, so I hope you're enjoying the show. Let's see here. 360 that's been made me laugh so much. Oh geez, what's Gold Chip doing here? Yeah. Kind of feels like a horror game mascot who follows you. Twilight from the Balkans. So, Petals, what do you think about this cosplay?
It's beautiful. It is perfection. It is the moment. I could never win to something like that.
Somebody clip this part and, try to post it to somewhere, right? We're gonna try to find whoever this person is and invite him to Mayor Fair to enter in the cosplay contest. Petals, are we gonna talk about our plans for the next cosplay contest, or are we gonna?
No, keep it low key. Otherwise, they'll steal my plans.
Yeah, but I will tell you, this is gonna be competition. Tell me, Petals, if we lose to this, would you be angry?
I can't be angry. It's just superior in every way.
All right. Okay. Can someone enlighten me on what Rarity's glasses situation could be? I love them and I think they're very, very cute, but does this mean she has poor eyesight? Or is it just a thing with people who work in textiles or something? Maybe more just normal reading glasses. I do find the idea of her having bad eyesight to be very cute though. I like to think she wears contacts when she's not wearing her glasses. So I saved this one mostly for Petals because she's the rarefied of the group.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Shut up. This is mine. This is my post now. Anyway, so I wouldn't put it past Rarity to wear contacts because she thinks like glasses aren't the thing to wear majority of the time. But with all the details they put into MLP, I feel like we would have seen it at some point, At some point, she would have been like, okay, let me just go get my contacts. Or even in Equestria Girls, we would have seen something of it at this point. I think this is purely like the kind of glasses you wear if you really need to zoom in on stuff. Because I've had a pair, they weren't as cute as this, but I've had a pair before where like older people I've seen too, like when you're trying to sew or something, you're really trying to see like a small stitch that you're sewing or you're knitting or something like that. You have like the magnifying glasses. So that way you don't have to hold that magnifying glass so your hands are free. That's what I assumed she was doing here, like to really like get a close up look at her stitches. They obviously weren't reading glasses because we see her reading without them. And if she had contacts, why would she have to wear the glasses for this? Like, I mean, I guess for long periods of time, contacts are rather uncomfortable. So I mean, I just don't think it's canonical that her vision is bad. We've just never seen any, evidence of this. All we get are these glasses, and these could easily be magnifying glasses, which is what I'm thinking they are.
What do you think, DJ?
I've always been of the belief that they're magnifying glasses as well, probably to like help her see the stitch lines, or even just to thread the needle better.
Threading the needle. Shit, that's a pain in the ass.
Because like I wear glasses.
And we only ever see him. We only ever see her use them when she's working, so it has to be something that helps her do her work.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I wear glasses. My vision, I suppose my vision like isn't great, but like if I'm just around the house, or especially if I'm doing something physical, I don't wear my glasses. But sitting here at the computer, driving at night, reading, I definitely need my glasses. Cause I can't read for jack squat. Petals, you just like think of any time we've tried to like go to a restaurant. And
it is so annoying because I wish you would wear them more because then you would remember them because it always happens. We're out and you're like, and especially the way Brony squints at things, it looks like he's pissed as hell. And I'm like, can you just like bring your glasses with you? Can you just have glasses? And I'm like, use my glasses. He's like, no, that won't work. And I'm like, well, here, bring it closer to your face. He's like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, he's the most difficult fucking person. I'm like, can you just have your glasses ever? He never brings them anywhere he's supposed to bring them.
I don't think I've ever said I don't want to bring this thing closer to my face. But like, there has been times like when we've gone to a restaurant. We've gone to a restaurant and they'll have like their menu up on like a board, and the board is kind of far away and I can't read it from that distance. So I'm like, frick, I wore my sunglasses instead of my glasses, and I only have one pair of glasses and they're scuffed beyond belief. I've needed new glasses for frickin' years, and I keep spending money on other things. I keep my glasses where I need them the most, which is by the computer. And sometimes
we find them around the house. Half the time you can't find them.
Well, yeah, they were out on the dining table earlier this week because I was sewing things. So I need my glasses.
And then they were by your bedside table. And then they were by the armchair. And there's a million places your shit has been, bro.
Yeah, so, okay. So, never mind. I know at the beginning of the stream I mentioned lawyers. Screw the lawyers. We're going to fundraise to get me a pair of glasses for every room of the house. And then I'll just keep another one in that pouch that I keep my sunglasses in. That's like meant to hold my glasses and my sunglasses at the same time. So I'll have one pair in the bedroom. I'll have one pair in my office. I'll have one pair in your office. I'll have one pair in the family room, and I'll have one pair in my car, and I'll have one pair in my pouch and I'll just always have my glasses on me. And it'll be good. So we're thinking magnifiers. Let's see what the comment says. Magnification glasses. To see while working, but it could be anything. Maybe they're just like reading glasses to see close objects better. Honestly, I bet she does this for the fashion.
I mean, that's an option.
No. That'd be stupid. No.
The Megazord Battle Pack includes all the mighty decorated dinosaurs. That's not relevant to the topic.
That's an ad.
Universal explanation aside, I believe they are inspired by the glasses Tabitha St. Germain wears in the recording booth, which is a very cute detail. It's called Seamstress Core, darling.
Seamstress Core.
She can't see close up, so she wears them while sewing because she doesn't want her hoof hurt. Let's see here. All right, let's move on. The main 6 redesigns. Here's our last topic of the night. So, saved this one also kind of for Petals because, she runs into this type of thing a lot while scrolling TikTok. And the thing that and I'll just say this like right up front here, is something about we see these redesigns and I can admire the art, right? Like everybody's better at art than me. I will acknowledge that, full stop. But why the heck do we always over-design the ponies? They're like the whole reason why the aesthetic of Friendship is Magic took off so well is because they were very simple, but, you know, still had a lot of nuance and detail sort of designs in them. And it just wasn't necessary. So what do you think of this one, Petals?
This is actually probably one of the better ones I've seen. Like, the vines and flowers are kind of a lot. You know what I would see this as? It could totally be a skin for Fluttershy on the freaking mobile game. I could see this being a skin.
Okay.
Mobile game has so many skins.
Now, here's a... Why is Applejack a cow with vitiligo?
I think they're going for like an Appaloosan breed of horse, which, you know, I feel like they're doing too many splotches. Like, I could see, like, you know, the stocking patterns, because I've seen that on horses a lot. Maybe even the butt, because that's very Appaloosan. Maybe even the ears and mouth. But then they have all these other spots in between. But, you know, I've seen worse.
Yeah, we
mess up the hair a little bit. They like that messy hair.
I think this is teetering on over design with too many splotches, in my opinion. How about you, DJ? What do you think?
She really doesn't look much like a pony's. Too many splotches. Maybe one or two here around, like maybe the barrel. The one on the mouth actually does work pretty well, but I think the others are way too much.
Well, the one on the mouth goes all the way down to the barrel.
Yeah, maybe shorten that to like go to the just like to the neckline or something.
Yeah,
if you shorten it that way.
Oh, let's see here. Rarity. You know what? We got some random ear fluff and fetlock on Rarity here, but I'm actually not minding all the sparkles. Maybe slightly too much sparkles. The hooves look really nice. She's got heterochromatia. I
don't like the piercing in the horn. I don't like the piercing in the horn. What that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. I mean, this again could be a skin on the Gameloft game, and I'd be cool with it. But like, also, it just looks like like they just dumped a whole barrel of glitter on her. Like, the thing with this is they didn't even redesign her. They just threw a sparkle filter on her and gave her some more accessories. You didn't redesign her with this. This is not a design. This is an outfit.
Just consecutive circles, free drawn on Photoshop with a mouse. With a mouse.
Well, at least they did something. I will say, like, sometimes, like, redesigns. Where does that streamer go? Does it go in her butthole? Does that streamer go in her butthole?
It definitely looks like it should have. It definitely looks like it should have gone over the dock of the tail instead of behind it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, like, a lot of people like throw the word redesign around too much. This isn't a redesign. You just gave them a new outfit. Some people will say, like, I redesigned the Hazbin Hotel character, and all they did was, like, put them in a different outfit. And I'm like, no, you just changed their clothes. That's not a redesign. That's changing your clothes.
How about the heterochromatia? What do you think about that?
I could take it or leave it. I don't really care.
Then. Rainbow Dash.
Oh, Lord.
She's just desaturated and a little fluffy.
Yeah, it was. She's got like, what's the word for it? You know, you roll the window down while you're driving the car, and it does that to your hair.
Windswept.
Yeah.
I'm not digging the rainbow gradient in the eyes. It's a little too much.
It's like, yet another I'll take it or leave it. They just fluffled her up, really. And I'm like, all right, cool. If you want a fluffy Rainbow Dash. If you like a fluffy Rainbow Dash, it's fine.
We're living up to that one Ken Ashcorp song, the 20% cooler. 7 colors in your hair. Get your boots on, dear, because we're going out there. We got 7 colors instead of 6. That was a dumb joke. I could have done better. The
story of Brony's life.
We desaturated her, but then made her brighter in such a way that it actually kind of hurts my eyes.
Yeah, she kind of like, she's too light to be on a white background. It's weird.
Okay, hold up. There's a lot going on here, and I think it might be too much.
I think if you removed the stars, it'd be fine. Like the star on the face and on the legs, I think it'd be fine.
Maybe. And that ear floof is too much.
The ear floof is dumb. Get rid of all of it.
Does she have floof on her horn, or is that just poking out from behind?
I think that's sticking out from behind.
Okay. It's a weird perspective. There's too much going on here. Petals, what do you think?
Again, I could also see this as a skin. It just looks like they got Twilight Sparkle and like got a scale and just upped her shinies. Like, oh yeah, let's throw all that glitter on there, some gold leaf, here we go. And what's up with this person that they just want everyone's hair to be messy? Like, everyone's hair is messy.
That's the thing about these redesigns. They just add details until it's too much and it's hard to look at.
They messed up her eyes too.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, gold and purple complement each other quite well, in my opinion. So, why not put it up, why not accent the entire purple pony in gold, including the eyes? But I can see the theory, but the theory isn't working as intended, I don't think.
The multicolors in the eyes just really does not work.
Rusty saying I like messy manes.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Aventicus saying bedazzling artwork like it's 2010.
Oh yeah, bring it back.
All right, I think we got one more. Pinkie Pie is the best one so far. Like that's
literally just her
rainbow.
That's her
power.
rainbow form.
Rainbow five.
Yeah.
Rainbow power.
It's got the same with an extra heart and a couple hairs out of place, but nah, this looks
without
good.
going Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah. So I would take I'm between this one and Fluttershy from the very beginning. What do you think, Petals? What's your favorite?
I like Fluttershy more than I do the Pinkie Pie one.
Yeah,
I don't like the rarity one just because that horn piercing makes me uncomfortable. Like, that's going through bone. I don't like a piercing to go through bone.
Mm-hmm. The rarity one is a bit less over designed.
I don't like that the butt plug is connected to her bedazzler. You keep that to yourself.
I'll say the Fluttershy and the Applejack are the only ones I would actually qualify as being a redesign. They're different enough from the original. Filter. Yeah. The rest just look too much like their original selves.
Which one is your favorite, DJ?
To qualify as an actual redesign, probably Fluttershy because Applejack's way too busy.
All right, so we got 2 votes for Fluttershy.
I think if you just got rid of the vines, you'd be fine.
I think the vines are a neat touch. I don't mind them.
It's a nice touch. It's too busy.
Yeah. So that's all we've got for tonight. I hope you guys had fun. And thanks to everyone for tuning in, especially the newer viewers. We're going to take a few minutes of a break, and then we're going to come right back here. And, well, not to this stream specifically, but we're going to get the Saturday SmackDown stream going, where we're going to play a new Brony game that just came out. Called Trials of Harmony. I think it's a Danganronpa type game, so it should be really interesting. I've never played a game like that before. Petals has some experience with some games like that. So and it's like third hand, so we're gonna experience it together. I hope to see you all there. So come back here in 5 minutes, and we'll see you then. If we don't see you, stay safe. God bless.